see them or you know about them, you know what I'm saying? Good for you.
Yeah, thanks.
That is good. I'm all about getting it out. Cool. We're gonna hold it like this because we only have one microphone. It's like, I'm like a giant with this tiny little microphone.
Do you feel powerful?
Hello! So yeah, this video was planned. Yes, it was. Actually, it was pretty spontaneous. We did just come up with it, and I thought it was a good idea because Brooke Berry, we've actually filmed like 5 videos together, and none of them have gone up because I'm lazy and she hates me for it. But Brooke is one of my best friends. She knows almost everything about me, except that I don't like to step on things. That was the first one for her.
That was a first.
I don't open up to everybody about who I am, but Brooke, I tell pretty much everything in my life to. She is that person for me. We click. She is one of the most genuine people I've ever met. There is no bullshit, and I have no problem telling her exactly how I feel at any given moment.
Dude, James is literally the white male version of me. He started off as my client. Obviously, like when you work professionally, especially in entertainment, you work very closely. So there is a professional and there is a personal side to this business, and it's like, personally, we just clicked. Like, he was a friend from the beginning, and he was one of those friends where it's like, God, I wish I had known you my whole life, because like, you're my brother. Like, you know those people you just meet, you're like, oh, you're my brother. And so it's like, as I got to know him and learn about him, it's like, God, you're nothing what I think people would. Oh, excuse me, was this for me? Was this like, oh, excuse me. Oh, can you hear me now? No, just like when I met James, like he was very different than what I thought he was going to be. Like, you see someone like him, especially on Instagram or something, it's like, all right, he's good looking. He, you know, at the time he was dating Nina, he's dating a twin. It's like, all right, he's got his life together. No, he doesn't.
Little did she know.
No, he doesn't.
I didn't want to do it by myself because that would just be stupid of being like, people think this about me. Because like, I don't know. I mean, I think I know, but I don't know. First one that I've gotten more times than I would care to admit is that people thought I was gay. And I got nothing against people being gay. If you make it about that, like, stop being offended. I just am thinking like, what the f am I doing that's making people think I'm gay? The funny thing is that it's usually the girls I end up dating. There was a girl who was a bartender, and I walked in with my buddy to watch a football game, and I was wearing jorts, okay?
Jorts.
I didn't think jorts were like a gay thing, you know? Like I was like, yeah, everybody wears jorts. Now they were homemade jorts. I don't know, like I'm economical, you know? Like they were some old jeans that I was like, hell, I'm just gonna make them into jorts. So I guess maybe they had some frizzies at the bottom. I don't know. I was like, what was your first impression of me? She goes, oh, I thought you were gay. I've had a few people say that about me, and I'm just wondering, am I giving off a vibe?
Well, let me ask you a question. What do you think it is? Because I think I can pinpoint it, but I want to hear from you.
I am a sappy person. When I feel somebody, I'm into it. I was the kid that I was always about the romance. As a kid, when I played in the backyard, I was always rescuing a girl. Robin Hood was my shit.
That's 100% right. James is an emotional person, and it's a beautiful thing. But not a lot of guys can say that they are, and I think it helps James definitely stand out, and he's himself, and if he's feeling something, like he said, he's going to say it. Like, I remember when I first, and even just still in our friendship, it's like when I do things for James, when it's like, oh, James, I helped you with this video or this picture or whatever, he will then type me the sweetest but longest text about how much he appreciates everything I'm doing. It definitely took me by surprise. I was like, wow, this guy's really grateful, really thankful.
I don't do that. I'm a badass, and I'm not emotional at all. Just so everybody knows.
Again, it's one of those stereotypes that, oh, gay people are emotional. It's like when you come across an emotional man and he's straight, some people have a hard time wrapping their heads around the fact that he's straight. I admire that he's so okay with himself that he can allow himself to be that way, because I'm very much that way too, and I feel awkward for being that way. So when I met my male counterpart who does what I do, it made me feel really good.
Let me be clear, I'm not that way with everybody. I am not. The people that I invest in, I am like that with. I can be very standoffish. The next one that I get a lot, they think I'm a douchebag. Like, just right off the bat. Like, I guess it's my face. I just look like a douche. I'll say this, it's really interesting. Like, I like watching people and like observing how they treat me. And so when I grow out a beard, people are way nicer. When I'm clean shaven, immediately think douchebag. Like, everybody has told me that.
I feel like you and I suffer this same thing of like, well, I just am very obnoxious in the way that I dress, and so are you.
Your personality is so different than like what you look like.
I've heard that 1,000 times.
It's so different because like you look so badass and like
intimidating.
You look like a biker chick that's gonna like steal my lunch money. I'm not gonna lie.
Between us, I'm probably the biggest over me. I'll bleep that out. It's fine. But with you, I feel like the same thing. Like I know the first time I met James, or the first 3 times he was wearing the same SpongeBob shirt. So it's like. And then he wears your socks. Like, his style of dress is so very different, and then to walk in such confidence and such an offbeat style, people are intimidated by that. Then you're a good-looking dude. It's like, that douche. That douche.
That
guy.
He looks like Yeah, okay, so yeah, my style is definitely different. I wear what's comfortable, but the reason I dress the way I do is, one, because I love cartoons and I'm all about it. I don't want to worry about it. Like, I don't care enough.
The fact that he's a good-looking white guy, with the fact that he's very confident in his different kind of dress, mixed with this personality, he has this presence. Look, when he walks into a room, you're very aware that James has walked into a room, and that's the presence.
I talk really loud.
But you can't fake that presence, and so, but then he does project, and so it's like the combination of all of that, for someone who didn't know them, it just equals out to be a douchebag. But the second you're talking to him, literally 5 minutes, you're like, oh, no, I'm wrong. Unless he's in one of his standoffish moods, then you're like, that guy.
Hey.
Hey, I'm filming a video. Can I call you after?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right.
See you later.
Love you.
Okay, bye. Love you, bye.
She almost didn't say I love you back. Did you hear that? She was like, okay. Bye. I love you.
Love you.
I love you too. Disclaimer, my sister's the sweetest girl in the world, literally. I would say another misconception about me, and I think you'll agree with me on this one, is that I am solely an extrovert. I can be either. Sometimes if I'm feeling a situation, like I can definitely be an extrovert, but I keep to myself a lot.
I agree with you, and I'm with you on that, just because it's like people like us who do have these personalities and people gravitate towards and want to be around, and we're fun to be around in situations where you're not in the mood, because I'm the same way. I'm as easily as I can be an extrovert, I'm easily an introvert, and we're actually called ambiverts. I did some research on what we are. He's an ambivert. Ambiverts encompass the thing you were saying earlier about like small talk is hard. Like small talk is very hard for ambiverts. They can only speak about things that they're passionate about. Yeah. And I don't know if this is the same for you, but for me, like most ambiverts, you're extrovert, but you have a time clock on you. You can only be extroverted for so long. There comes a point in the day or the activity or whatever event you're at,
for sure,
where you shut off and you're ready to be alone and you're ready to go home.
Yeah.
And when you automatically out of nowhere flip the switch like that, people want to assume you have an attitude, or oh, you're being or oh, you're just a douchebag. It's like, no, I'm tired, emotionally tired now, and I literally need to disconnect from the situation.
Yeah.
So
no, for real.
Because I'm that way, and I'm curious if it's for you. That's why we are so selective with our time and who gets our time, because we have our gas tank is here. We use a lot of energy because we're very energetic people. So because of that, our gas tank depletes very quickly. Yeah. So we have to be selective with who gets that gas.
And only certain people can we be around when we're drained. You know what I mean? Like it's literally like very few people. Like you're one of the few people. Like if I'm drained,
you are literally the only one.
It's a really special thing when I feel like I can be 100% myself around somebody.
Yeah.
Or when I'm not serious, I just say like the dumbest and it can offend people. And I'm not trying to be offensive, it's just like my mind goes at 100 miles an hour and sometimes I just say which is also why like I'm terrified of the camera sometimes, because I'm like, I'm gonna say something and it's gonna be really bad.
Reality TV could not work for James.
No, definitely not. That would be the worst.
YouTube works because we have control of the footage, but a misconception is how much you care so much about other people that sometimes you put that before your own happiness. And I guess I was surprised by that. Not surprised because you're an emotional person, but more surprised I guess I thought I was gonna be with how much you care.
She's lying. I do care about people, and I think people think that there's ulterior motives sometimes, like that I'm not, that like it would be weird for someone to care that much. I think it just comes from my own internal battles, and I don't want people to feel down, or I want them to not lose hope, you know, because I've been in instances in my life and I'm just a very empathetic person. I feel people's emotions very strongly, and even if I don't know you very well, I recognize pain when I see it, and I have a deep care for that. Like I do want to help people. I think the misconception is that it's like, why why are you, what's the play here? Because especially in LA, when people are trying to, you know, climb the social ladder or whatever.
James never wants to be the reason why someone's having a bad day or a hard time. He never wants to be any cause of pain. If there's an opportunity to be like the antidote to pain, he wants to be that. He knows he can't be that. That's why he loves comedy so much.
The one that we touched on earlier is that people think I have my life together. I am as far from having my life together as anyone at my age should be. At times, I can muster it up and I can be really organized. Like, people are like, man, you're so organized. I'm like, you don't know me.
I got him a calendar.
Another reason why I don't have my life together that most people don't know, I live in a garage, and I'm very proud to live in that garage.
It's your baby.
I love my garage.
Yeah.
That's the thing, that I love the things in my life. I think the #1 piece of advice I can give you guys, love where you're at and love what you have. Don't wish for what everybody else has. Like, it's not worth it. So thank you guys. Stay beautiful, stay lovely, and we love you. James and Brooke out.
What? Am I doing that wrong?